All right, so the Yankees and Mets are discussing one of the worst possible trades they can make, at least on the Yankees side of things. They're talking Miguel Andujar for Steven Matz. You guys know that I'm not as high on Miguel Andujar as most people are, but that's not to say I don't think he's going to be a really good player. I bash his defense all the time. I say he should get on base at a lot higher of a rate than he does, considering he's a .297 hitter. He should learn to take some more walks. But does that mean I'm going to give him up for Steven Matz? Steven Matz? Hell no. Now, I do want to say I understand why the Yankees would potentially be looking at Steven Matz, and I'm not saying I don't want him. It's really the fact that we would give up Miguel Andujar for him. That's what I'm a big no-no on. Steven Matz, I think he may be exactly what the Yankees need right now. They lack a 4 and a 5 starter. Well, they do have Jordan Montgomery. Let's just say they lack a number 5 starter. If you were to acquire Steven Matz, that way you could slide Jordan Montgomery back to the number 5 guy. You'd probably put Steven Matz at number 4, and then at least gives you maybe 30 starts, throws 170 innings, has a 3.9 ERA to like a 4.2 ERA. He could be a decent pitcher for the Yankees. I do think he is a pitcher we should be looking at, but once Brodie Van Wagenen, the GM of the New York Mets, or anybody from that organization brings up giving up Miguel Andujar for him, I would immediately back off that trade. There's no sense in giving up Miguel Andujar, who just turned 25 today. He's still young. He still has time to improve on the things that I mentioned before, but this is a guy in his rookie year, hit 27 home runs, broke the Yankees' single-season record for doubles by a rookie, which was Joe DiMaggio's record. He broke that. We're talking a guy that had a 130 weighted runs created plus, meaning that he was 30% above league average offensively in his rookie season. We're going to trade him to the Mets for Steven Matz, a guy that had, I think like a 4.10 ERA last year. He wasn't terrible, don't get me wrong, but the value being swapped between these two teams isn't even remotely comparable. We're still going to take a look, though, a breakdown of Steven Matz and what he's done the past few years, simply for what I mentioned before. I still think he's a pitcher the Yankees should look at. Matz is coming off a so-so season with the Mets, but on the bright side, he did pitch in a career-high 32 games, over 160 innings. The 28-year-old went 11-10 with a 4.21 ERA, 4.60 FIP, posting a K/9 of 8.6. BaseballReference.com's ERA plus stat shows he was actually 4% below league average as a pitcher last year, and the year prior, in 2018, he was even worse at 6% below league average. Not to mention, his baseball savant numbers don't help really at all. It shows here that basically nothing about his 2019 season was above average, and that includes spin rates, exit velocity, and weighted stats that help show how good a pitcher truly was or wasn't. And Matz screams, not good. So clearly, Steven Matz is nowhere near valuable enough to warrant a return of Miguel Andujar. That just doesn't make sense to me really whatsoever. The only value the Yankees would get out of Steven Matz, and one of the reasons why I would be okay dealing for him, not including Miguel Andujar, is he is probably going to give you 25 to 30 starts. The Yankees do need that. They need a guy that they know can give them innings. That's why I see value in J. Happ this year, a guy is a capable MLB pitcher that can give you innings. That's where Matz would hold value for the Yankees, but honestly, either way, I don't see a trade getting done. The Yankees, not really the Yankees, it's more so on the Mets end, they don't like trading with the Yankees. That's a known fact. We've seen deals in the past basically be done. Guys like Jay Bruce, there was a reported trade for Zach Wheeler last year. Deals that have gotten done verbally, but then something fell apart along the way. The reason for that, we know, is because the Wilpons don't like trading to the Yankees. They're too insecure about it. I'm sure you guys know how incompetent of owners the Wilpons are. I know my buddy Jaron at New York Met News, he talks about it all the time. They are petty. They are stupid. They care too much about fans' opinions and optics. That's why they would never trade to the New York Yankees. I mean, it's ridiculous. Take a look at this New York Post article. They talk about how the Jay Bruce deal, how that fell apart. Check this out. And then there's the fact that the Mets and Yankees have avoided conducting significant business with each other for almost 2 decades. The two teams were close to a deal at the trade deadline in 2017 that would have sent Jay Bruce to the Yankees, but the proposal fizzled out at the last minute with each side blaming the other. And then, like I mentioned, Andy Martino of SNY, he tweeted this out earlier. Fun detail I wish I had learned at the time, by the way. Yankees and Mets had a Wheeler trade far enough along last July that teams were reviewing medicals, but something messed it up late. Who's willing to bet a hefty penny that it was because of the Wilpons and their insecurity to deal to the Yankees that these deals didn't get done? I'm willing to bet that. But yeah, final verdict is I don't believe Miguel Andujar is getting traded, especially with the injuries to Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge. I just don't see it happening. I wouldn't rule out a trade for Steven Matz. I would not rule that out. But once again, would a trade involve Miguel Andujar? I think absolutely not. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe if you are new. This is the #1 channel on the platform for Yankees content. I'll see you guys next time. Let's go Yankees.
Her body's gold like September. She burns through the night like an ember. And all those things we try forgetting, I remember. But we say we all fine, we all fine. Sunny day dreams and we up now. Vodka lemonade, I serve it up, it goes down. 75 degrees in a dope sound. All you need to live fine, to live fine. A little sunshine, cause she needed a dose of rainfall in the evening.